What's going on? I got a few updates for you. So I actually just got done replacing, let me show you, the ADD, which is what puts me into 4 high, 4 low, and back into 2-wheel drive. I've been having a problem with it saying 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive engagement error, something along those lines. Replace the ADD, still getting the error most of the time. I believe it is due to all the error codes I got after installing the lift. I think it might be like electronically blocking the engagement just because it thinks something's wrong. Like after I put the lift on, I had my pre-collision warning light come on, my ABS light is on, my traction control light is on, and then was there something else on? I think that was it, but I think that might be preventing it. If not, I find that turning off the truck, putting it into 4 high and turning it back on, it'll somehow that makes it work. But I know it's not the ADD now because I put the new one in and checked it, and that itself is working. So, and I can get it to go into 4 high, I even put it into 4 low. It just takes a little bit and I have to try and like trick the system. But that's not really what this video is about. I kind of just wanted to talk about the build plans. They did change a little bit. Originally, I was going to look for a TRD off-road or TRD Pro rear end, but I decided to simplify things a little bit. And then also I got some parts in, so I thought I'd do a small parts haul. So let's get you set up on a tripod over here. It's just a couple things, but they're pretty exciting, I think. Let's see if we get a good angle here. Ooh. Okay, so these are the Heim ends that I was talking about, the Heim ties. This is your factory style tie rod, and this is taking its place. So obviously it's a lot beefier. The design itself is a lot stronger. The only issue that people were having switching to Heims was the lack of a boot, but I found a company that makes boots for Heim ends, so I'll be running a boot, and I have some Teflon lubrication because these need to be lubricated so they can move around a little bit. But yeah, so that's going to be the end. I'm still waiting on my WARfab sleeves. The sleeves will go this way in the center section of the entire tie rod pretty much. So I thought I'd show you guys that. These are actually super affordable. I think it was under 200 bucks for the set. And I mean, the OEMs, those are like 60 bucks a piece. So it's really not that bad for what you're getting. And I think the WARfab sleeves were like 160. So definitely a good way to beef up your tie rod area. And this is the star of the show. This is what I will be doing instead of the full axle swap. I'm gonna put my gloves on really quick because I'm pretty sure it's covered in gear oil, or at least like manufacturer's oil to keep it from rusting. So this is an Eaton LSD. It's a TrueTrac. It's a helical gear driven, no clutches, so it's pretty much maintenance free. It's either broken or it's not broken. So this is going to be going in my 8-inch SR5 rear end. It should be awesome. It's a limited slip. It's, like I said, helical gears. There's no electronics, no air lines needed. It just works. The only complaints people have about these is that when you have one wheel spinning in the air and not actually contacting the ground, it still acts like an open diff. But the trick is with the TrueTracs is to apply a little bit of brake pressure. So grabbing the handbrake and putting some braking pressure on the rear wheels will make this act like it's locked, and it'll put power back to the wheel that currently has traction, and it'll stop that free spin from the wheel that is up in the air. So this is a really trick setup. I love these because this was $520. I'm gonna pull the third member out myself and have a shop install the gear part, because I don't want to get like the tolerances and the splash pattern and all that wrong when I reinstall it with shims. So I'm gonna let them do that part, and then I'll reinstall it myself. So total, we're probably looking at $700. I can't imagine it would take a pro shop more than 2 hours to swap the gears out for me and put the ring gear onto this and do all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be running this. It is gonna be sick, and it's way less expensive than what, like an ARB. I think those are like, is it $1,200 or $1,500 just for the locker itself? Then you have to have a compressor, then you have to run the lines, then you still have the shop labor. It gets expensive, and I just can't justify it right now. It's not worth it to me. And same with the rear axle swap. I just couldn't find one, and I knew I didn't want to take this out on the trails with an open front and rear. I knew I'd get stuck in stupid places I shouldn't be getting stuck in. So this was my solution. I don't think I've seen anyone with a 3rd gen running this, at least videos or on the forums. I've seen some Jeep people run them, and they seem to like them a lot. It's, like I said, it's a pretty trick setup. It's really strong with the helical gear setup. So very excited to get this on the rig. This will be going in, I would imagine, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm gonna contact the shop that's near me, Ironman 4x4, and see if they do gear installs. If not, I'll reach out to some other company and have them do it. But yeah, so yeah, that's just take you off the tripod here. Now that we're done, let me take my gloves off. My whole fucking garage smells like gear oil, because when I was doing the ADD little actuator thing, you have to drain some of the diff fluid. I fucking hate the smell of gear oil. It literally like never leaves your nose for 3 weeks. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the rig and the build. Still waiting on my sleeves. I might put these on and get my alignments before the sleeves get here, just because when the sleeves are on, it makes it harder to align. I don't want the shop to get pissed off about that. So we'll see. What else we got here? Still have my ECGS needle bearing delete bushing. Need to put that in at some point. I have a CB coming. It's the same CB I had earlier on my channel when I had my 1st gen Tacoma on 37's. It's the 3-footer, I believe. I'm just gonna put it right here, the mount right here, and it's gonna go up there. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, update on the clearancing I did for the 37's. Still good. I don't like how it's open right there, but I've seen more and more people with having the front side of the cab mount open, and they weren't having problems. So I'm fine running it like this for a while. But yeah, no rubbing, which is great. Still haven't trimmed the fenders. I know I won't need to until it comes time to take it off-road. And I'm not gonna do that until I get my Eaton in there, the TrueTrac. So yeah, we're at 9 minutes now. I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to show you guys the parts I actually ordered this a couple days ago, and it got here today, so super stoked. A lot of stores are taking forever right now and using COVID as the excuse, but some people just are on it. And Sexton Off-Road is who I bought this from. I didn't realize they were in Everett, Washington, or maybe they just had it drop shipped from Everett, Washington, but super fast shipping. So yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next one, and should be coming soon.